Let's welcome back to the show former FBI agent Maureen O'Connell. Maureen, it's always great to see you. Thank you so much for spending time with us. We really appreciate it. Okay, so let's get up to speed. Trump's team has a deadline of 8 o'clock tonight. We just checked. They have not yet filed a response to the DOJ motion against Trump's request for a special master. So there's that. Maureen, when you saw the staged photos of the classified documents spread out on the carpet in Trump's estate next to a storage box with framed Time magazine photo covers, what did you make of all that?
It was just normal course of action for a person collecting evidence. We have to take photographs, but of course, when it's classified information, that all has to be blocked out. Anything that contains any of that classified information has to be handled in a very strict manner, with protocols set forth in stone, pretty much. So it didn't surprise me at all. It showed me what room they were looking in, the room that they designated 2A, I would guess, and the number of documents that they saw right there. The reason that they put the other items in there, even when we're talking about the passports, for example, is because it shows that the items are not cared for the way they should be, and they're not, they're intermingled with things that are, like magazines and stuff. That actually is an important element to this whole thing, I think.
So what could the Trump team say in response to the DOJ citing obstruction, that government records were deliberately concealed and moved when the FBI tried to retrieve them in June from the storage room? I think the reports are that 3 classified documents were in his office desk. The debate still is, what were these documents and why did Trump have them? So what do you think his most powerful response could be?
Well, first, I mean, when you consider it, they've been asking for these documents forever. There was a grand jury subpoena supplied to them. They came to the door, provided them with a Redwell envelope, taped up carefully and handed to them. And they said, this is absolutely all the classified documentation we have after an exhaustive search. And so they gave that to the agents. It is my understanding after that, and by the way, reading the response from DOJ gave us all the information I wish the Bureau would have put out right after this raid, because this is the kind of information that stops this runaway train from happening. There's been so much hatred and dissent toward the FBI and I myself had lots of questions going all the way through for the last week. But when I read this 39 or 40-page document, it really brought to light a lot of the issues that really need to be addressed and addressed right away.
Got it.
So when they handed them that Redwell envelope with all the classified information, there was someone inside who was a source for the Bureau who let them know that, no, there are other classified documents everywhere. And then they go back to find a treasure trove of classified documents or vulnerabilities for the United States, actually.
So then there's this. We may not know until after the midterms what the DOJ will do about this, because under longstanding Justice Department policy, they don't act in investigations involving any formerly elected officials. Traditionally 60 days before an election. This year, that would be September 10th. So that means if you don't hear anything by then, we may not hear anything until after the midterms. So does this just go away, or does it just hang out there in the ether, just dividing the nation? What do you think?
I agree with you. This is dividing the nation, Liz, but I'll tell you that this is not going away. No one is going to let this go away. But it's really important for us to try to slow our roll when we're dealing with this. It looks to me from this document, after reading it a few hours ago, that the Bureau tried everything they could to get their hands on these documents and to get them out of Mar-a-Lago. One thing a lot of people don't understand about Mar-a-Lago is that it was actually built as a private residence, and it's a private club, as you may or may not know. But there are people from all over that can come in and spend the night, and there are people there for dinner.
Okay.
So it's a whole different,
Maureen,
it's a whole different security issue.
Thank you so much, Maureen O'Connell. Thanks for joining us.